Hey y'all, my name is Jen. I go by Dreaming in Multichrome on Instagram, and today I'm here filming an intro. I know I have two different eye looks on. I just used the Poppy Storm palette. Hopefully that is video that is up on my YouTube. I am just here to film an intro to a very exciting collaboration that I have going on. The Hersa Way and I are friends, and we have been talking for months about doing an end of year collab on our top 10 single shadows that came into our lives in 2023. We have given each other 2 honorable mentions. So here is my 2 palettes. I picked 2 Clionadh and then 10 other single shadows. I am going to switch to an overhead view, and we're going to get into the swatches of these beauties and talk about what I picked and why I picked them. So these are my picks for my top 10 for 2023. They all came into my life in 2023, and I am going to be talking about why these are my favorites and why I have chosen them. So please let me know if you see any of your favorites, and thank you so much for watching. So Hersa and I are here today to talk about our favorite singles that came into our lives in 2023. Fun fact, when I was getting ready to film this, I dropped this palette and I just had to have a quick repair session on a few shades, but we are going to go through and swatch them. I have 10 single shadows and 2 honorable mentions. I did try to only pick 2 from each of my favorite brands, and let's go ahead and get into them. So the first single I'm going to talk about today is the shade Metaverse by Touch of Glam, and you can see she is a beautiful shifty shadow. This came into my life in the beginning of 2023, and I have actually worn this quite a few times, and I will get into swatches now. So the first one we have is Metaverse by Touch of Glam, and it has a beautiful pink base, and it shifts gold green with just these incredible sparkles. I wore this one day to work, and my boss wanted to take a picture because she thought it was a beautiful shadow, and I definitely agree. The next shade is from Quicksand, and I actually first purchased from Quicksand in 2023. It was what I started the new year. I knew I wanted to try Quicksand shadows, and this unfortunately is the shade Evil Olive. I say unfortunately because Hersa loves this shade. It is the one that got away for her, and I hate that I'm including it in here, but it is such a beautiful shade. And here is Evil Olive swatched with Metaverse. You can see they both kind of have this like deep plummy base. Evil Olive is much different though, because it is like a green and gold sparkles. I do kind of think they're cousins. I think they're in the same family. I think they're beautiful shades. I have also worn Evil Olive a few times, and it is stunning. The next shade I'm going to talk about is from Glaminatrix, and it is the shade Majestic. So, hi, my name is Jen, and if you did not know, I am truly a lover of neutral shadows. I love a sparkly, elevated neutral. I know that they are the hot topic in town. As soon as I got Majestic, though, in early 2023, I knew that this one was definitely on my list of top shadows. As soon as Hersa and I talked about doing this, I knew that Majestic was going to be included in this countdown. And here's the shade Majestic. For reference, I am swiping these twice on a clean hand. There is no primer. You can see this is a gorgeous gold. It is very sparkly, but also incredibly smooth. It does have like a duochrome quality, but honestly on the eyes it looks more wet, and I just think this shade is truly majestic. Next up in our tour of neutrals is one of the shades from Glaminatrix Glimmering Creatures Volume 1 collection, and it is the shade Bear. There is not too much about this, not too much pizzazz, not too much wow. It is just a beautiful shade of brown. I honestly could have included any of the glimmering creatures in this countdown. I wanted to include Bear because I feel like it does not get the love it deserves. I hope that this is a shining example of why I love this shade so much. It is just a lovely shade of brown, and it has also that wet look to it. It is a perfect one and done, like incredibly neutral eyeshadow. I am going to include a finger swatch in just a second for a better idea. And I feel like this is a better representation of the kind of flip that it has, the very metallic brown. I just feel like this shade is gorgeous. Next up on our theme of elevated neutrals, this is the shade Verdigris. It is from the Earthborn collection with Shine by SD and Riley Seeking Shifts. This is such a beautiful shade. It really changes in different lighting. I am going to hopefully show you in the swatch just how gorgeous this shade is. So the last one is Verdigris, and you can see it is just so shiny. Very metallic, not wet metallic, but it has these gentle sparkles throughout that just catch the reflect of the sun and the light. It's just beautiful. It's definitely like a pink, goldy, blue. I mean, when I'm swatching, I see green. It's just the prettiest, softest multi-chrome. I think it is stunning. We are halfway through, and I am going to go through 3 swatches of more quote-unquote colorful shades. This is from Divina, and it is Thetis. So this shade has been done before, but not in the Divina formula. I love the Divina formula. When I wore this shadow, I have worn it a few times. Every single time, I just feel beautiful. I feel like it elevates my look. I feel like my eyeshadow really pops. And I just think that it is a special shade. So at first, when you touch these shadows, there are some larger mica particles. They smooth out though so well. And here you can see the purple base, but it is a bright gold. There's some pink. I just love this shade. And every time I wear it, like I said, I just feel like it's so beautiful. This is a shadow that makes me feel pretty. Next up is the newest one to me. I almost did not put this in here. It is Touch of Glam Have Mercy. I just got it in December. I almost did not think it was fair to put this in here, but y'all, it is stunning. And it's in the birthday formula that I love. I do think it's a little wet. It does not crease or wear off on my eyes, which I really do struggle with. So I really appreciate this formula, and Touch of Glam did not come to play with the shade Have Mercy. So here is the swatch of Have Mercy. It is so beautiful. I don't know if it is translating very well, the multicolored particles in the shadow, but this is a stunning single shadow. So this is Have Mercy by Touch of Glam. Okay, y'all, this is a controversial one. This is the shade Luminescence from Shine by SD, and this is their Halo Horizon. Almost everybody I know does not love this formula. Is it messy? Yes. Is it glittery? Also, yes. Do they swatch well? No, they really don't. You will probably see that in the swatches. They really don't swatch well. However, this shadow tapped over a glitter glue for me was probably my most liked look. I love these Halo Horizon shadows so much. I, again, have hooded eyes. They are very prone to creasing. The Shine by SD formula tends to be a little drier, and these shadows in particular just tap on the lid and last all day for me. I don't invalidate any of the experiences of other people, but I love these shades. Here is a video of the finger swatch and why I think it is so magical. I will show you the swatch in just a sec. So I did not try to edit this for the sake of the video. You can see down here how it does not swatch very well. You kind of have to tap it rather than drag it. They don't swatch well, but man, did they wear well for me. I have tried a few of these. Heavenly, Luminescence, Denim Dream. There's another red one. I have loved every single one. Every single one. I think that they are so stunning, but I also understand that they are not for everyone. So this is the shade Luminescence, and it is Shine by SD. We're going to move on to the last two, and these are both iridescents. I told myself just two iridescents, so this is Queen's Tears OG by Quicksand Cosmetics, and hopefully you will see in just a minute why I think this shade is so magical. Also, I am going to be putting up a post tomorrow on Saturday, the same day, maybe Sunday, the same day that this YouTube video uploads, and they will be static swatches of all of these shades. And here is the swatch of Queen's Tears. It is this beautiful fluorescent pink. It goes orange, slightly you can see green when you tilt. It is just the prettiest shade. I'm gonna get a clip in low light. The last shade, shade number 10. We do have two honorable mentions though. This is Ice Blink. It was on so many people's favorites list at the end of 2023 because it truly is a special shadow. It looks wet, sparkly, iridescent. It's just a gorgeous shade. It is so hard to capture how beautiful this shade is on film. I have noticed I have had a lot of problems, but I will try to swatch it and show it to y'all. And here she is, Ice Blink, in all of her glory. I actually think Ice Blink is the most perfect bridal eyeshadow I've ever seen. It's like an ivory and snow white base with multicolored sparkles throughout. It is just the prettiest shadow. So you can see next to Queen's Tears that Queen's Tears is very fluorescent, and Ice Blink is very like a neutral lover's, sparkle lover's dream. It's just the prettiest shadow, and I think that Riley did an amazing job with Shine by SD, and this shade will go down in infamy. I will tell y'all I have purchased it 3 times because one broke, shattered, the other one came and I could not find it, so I ordered a third. That's how much I love this shade. In my list of honorable mentions, this came to me at some point in 2023. It is the shade Happy Accident. It may have come at the end of 2022. I believe it was a free gift with purchase. This was an accident shadow, and Ugh, it is so pretty. I don't know if they will ever bring this one back, but I find her glorious. I will swatch her in just a sec. Here she is. She's very reminiscent of Metaverse, just a little different, maybe a little bit more smooth. It is a yellow, gold, red, brown, spicy, neutral, elevated neutral, just a gorgeous shadow. I have used this a few times. And next we have the shadow that I swear everyone was talking about for a long time. This is Clionadh Cosmetics, and oh, she's pretty. She also kind of reminds me of Happy Accident. I just think both of these shadows are special and beautiful. Here is Ferric. You can see all of the multicolored sparkles in this. I think I learn something every time I swatch my singles collection that I truly appreciate. For me, I realize that the multi-dimensional Clionadhs are a lot like the, I believe the Eternal collection from Shine by SD. They seem to have very similar pigments. Thank you so much for hanging with me today and for watching my swatches of my top 10 and my 2 honorable mentions for single shadows this year. I hope that you guys all have an amazing 2024 and that we all bring into our collection only the things that we love. Happy New Year, y'all.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easily pretty. The only reason that I can do tonight is 'cause I know you were invited. The only reason that this dress is skin tight is 'cause I thought that you would like it. I'm only gone for the secret of sights, because I want you to like it. The only reason I can do tonight is because I really like you, and I can no longer hide it. Want to remember your mind then, the nicest the close of your tight dress, white dress. Tell me that you feel like I do. Cherry kisses super smooth. Tell me all that, baby. Tell me you like me.
So hopefully this is the conclusion to my top 10 plus 2 honorable mentions. You'll have to let me know if you share any of the 10 or if you're interested in getting any of the 10, and what are your thoughts? What are you most excited to see in 2024? And thank you, Hersa, for doing this with me. I cannot wait to see your picks. I already have some guesses, so we'll see what you say, and I hope we do it again at the end of 2024. Happy New Year, y'all.